By far, the heaviest things that you carry into the backcountry are your tent, your backpack, and your sleep system. Depending on your setup, these big three pieces of gear could weigh a combined 10 to 15 pounds on their own. But what if you're tired of carrying all that weight and you've decided you want to go ultralight or even just shed a few pounds off your pack? Well, then this list is for you. I have not just one, but 3 setups that'll make over your big 3. But before we go there, what even is ultralight and why would you want it? Well, generally speaking, an ultralight pack is one where your base weight, that is everything except for food, fuel, and water, everything else weighs less than 10 pounds. And having a lighter pack means that you can go further, hike faster with less stress on your body. So carrying less weight is a good thing. It's not everything, but it's a good thing. And since your big 3 make up most of your base weight, they are the best place to start. So I have 3 setups, each one weighing a little less than the one before it, but each one costing a little more than the one before. The first weighing in at 6.3 pounds and costing under $1,000. The second weighing just 4.8 pounds and costing under $1,300. And the last weighing only 3.8 pounds, but costing over $1,500. And while these are very light loadouts, they are not crazy ultralight. All the packs have frames and all the tents are fully enclosed. There's no tarps or cowboy camping on these lists. So if you've never gone ultralight before, the gear on this list won't be that foreign to you. It will just be, well, lighter. So enough talking, let's look at some ultralight gear. So this very first list uses the Waymark Light Pack. This isn't the lightest pack that you can buy at 2.5 pounds, and it's not even the lightest pack that Waymark makes, but it's a really good all-around pack that is tough and comfortable and still a really good option for ultralight loadout. This pack comes in at $280 and is the least expensive pack on my list. Pair that with a 6 Moon Designs Lunar Solo. This is a really good one-person tent that is incredibly lightweight. It's a single-wall trekking pole tent that weighs only 1 pound and 10 ounces, and that's including the stakes. One thing about this tent, though, is it's not seam sealed from the factory, so you will have to do that yourself. But if you don't want to do it yourself, you can pay a little bit extra for seam sealing on 6 Moon's website. This tent is $265 US, including the stakes, which are sold separately, at another $35 for seam sealing. For your sleep system, we're going with a tried and true Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite. This is a great 3-season sleeping pad that I've been using for years, and it weighs in at 12 ounces and it costs $200. And on top of that, we have the Moondance 25 Top Quilt. This quilt has incredible bang for the buck. It's comfort rated 36 degrees, it's ISO certified, DownTech treated down. This was my go-to quilt last summer. Its design and quality is on par with much higher end brands, and it's only 23 ounces and a pretty affordable $189. So that's our first list to make over your big 3. Its total comes out to 6.3 pounds and $934 US. Okay, but if you want to go just a little bit lighter, you can hop for the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Southwest 3400. This is Hyperlight's most rugged pack, so you know it's going to hold up to some abuse. It's made of Dyneema DCH50 and it weighs just under 2 pounds. This is my favorite pack right now, and it comes in at $355 US. Pair that with a Gossamer Gear The One. This tent has the most headroom on this list, but ironically, it's also got the least amount of floor space. It's a trekking pole tent that requires 2 poles and is the simplest to pitch in my opinion. It also has the steepest walls for shedding rain or snow, or just to give you a little bit extra space inside. It weighs in at 1 pound 4 ounces with stakes, and it's factory seam sealed for a total of $300. To save just a few more ounces, we're going to upgrade to the Thermarest NeoAir Uberlight. This is the lightest sleeping pad on the market at 8.8 ounces for a size regular, and it costs $219 US. And with that, we're going to pair my favorite quilt on this list, the Katabatic Gear Palisade 30. This is a great quilt made in Salida, Colorado. It's got a closed toe box, unlike the Moondance, it has a drawstring toe box. It's filled with 900 fill power hydrophobic down. I opted for the wide just to give me a little bit extra room. The wide weighs 22 ounces, or the regular is just 18 ounces at a cost of $410 US. So for our mid-range list, we're looking at a total of 4.8 pounds for $1,284 US. Now for our lightest setup. We're using one of the lightest frame packs on the market, the Z-Packs Arc Blast 55 liter pack. This thing weighs only 20 ounces. It's made of their new Ultra fabric, and it's one of the only ultralight packs that has decent back ventilation. And it comes in at $375 US. Pair that with the lightest tent in the world, the Z-Packs Plex Solo. This is a Dyneema tent that weighs just 13.7 ounces or 16 ounces with stakes. Just last week I put out my first impression video, so if you want to learn more about this tent, go take a look at that. This is by far the most expensive item on this list at $600 US because, well, light ain't cheap. Once again, we're going to use the Ultralight, but this time we're going to pair it with an Enlightened Equipment Enigma 30-degree quilt. With 950 fill power down, it's the lightest on this list. I went ahead with a size regular to save all the weight that I can, so this quilt is an impressive 17 ounces, and it's only $340 US. So our lightest list yet weighs in at 3.8 pounds for everything and costs $1,534. Now, if this all sounds expensive to you, you're not alone. This is top name, high-end ultralight gear that isn't cheap. But if you're interested in going ultralight for less, I'm working on an affordable ultralight loadout, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it. And if it isn't obvious, you don't have to use this gear in these sets. All this gear is interchangeable, so if you liked one tent from one list but a pack from another, there's no reason that you can't mix and match. And obviously there are other options out there too. This is just 3 ways to lighten the heaviest items in your pack to go ultralight. So if you have other suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And just so that you're aware, some of this gear was sent to me free of charge and some of it I purchased myself. If you found value in this, please make sure that you hit that like button. And if you want to support me in the videos I'm putting out, the easiest way is to simply watch, like, and subscribe. Or if you plan to make a purchase, please do so through the links in the description. I'll earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at My Life Outdoors, and as always, thanks for watching.